In this article, we will discuss about the central movements. The movements are basically uh, parameters which study the different type of distribution. Like movements are commonly used for measurement of mean, and variance also, and we can know about the shape also, and we can know about the central mode mu1, mu2, mu3, and mu4, and this is the relation. Mu r is equal to summation x minus x bar. X bar is mean basically, uh, power r divided by n. So now if r is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, accordingly the central modes will be mu1, mu2, mu3, and fifth mu4. And n is the number of observations. Further, we will discuss this example to know how to calculate these movements. So suppose the data is 87654. So it means the number of data points are 5 basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you can take mean. What is mean? 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4. So answer will be 30 by 5 is equal to 6. So now this is data points which are taken. So this is first of all we calculated the x minus x bar, then x minus x bar square, then x minus x bar cube, then x minus x bar to power 4. So from here we can calculate the mu1, mu2, and mu3 and mu4. So now mu1 is basically what mu1 can be calculated on this point. 0 divided by 5. Similarly, here the answer is 10. So 10 divided by 5. In the previous in the slide which I already submitted, right? In that here it was written 10, 10. It is not 10. It is 10 divided by 5, 2. Similarly, mu3 is equal to 0 and mu4 is equal to what? 34.5. So in this way, we can measure the mu1, mu2, mu3, and mu4. So it will be 0 to 0 and 34 by 5. So these four modes are basically one. First one is the mu basically. The second one is the variance, or you can say standard deviation, the same thing. So, so these two parameters are basically measured by the mu2, right? That is the value 2. In this way, we can calculate standard deviation also because that is used in many problems. The third moment is skewness. So third, that is 0 always. In this case, or not always. Here 0, right? This mu1 is generally 0. Then the fourth moment is basically degree of central peakness. That is kurtosis. In this way, we can measure the different movement. This is the example I have discussed. Right? Similarly, some vehicles can be asked. Now, further correlation coefficients. The correlation coefficient is basically statistical measurement of the strength of relationship between the two data. If two data are given and we want the want to study what is the relation between two data, that is correlation. It is very clear from relation. Correlation means related to relation. So that we study the relationship between the relative movement of two data. Suppose that it can be suppose that it can be minus one, not one, sorry, minus one. It can be minus one to minus 1, 0. Suppose that is minus 1.01. Then it is perfect negative correlation. And if it is 1.0, then it is perfect positive correlation because these values vary from always minus 1.0 to 1.0, and these two are the perfect negative correlation and perfect this positive correlation. And if the value, because value in between these two value can be zero also, right? If it is zero, it means there is no relationship between the two data. If you want to see graphically, this type of postulation will be there, right? And this will be the negative correlation. Similarly, if you want to see the no correlation, means this type of data will be scattered data. No relation is there. Similarly, Rxy will be equal to Sxy divided by Sx and Sy. What is Sx? This is standard deviation. Similarly, Sy is the standard deviation, and Xy is basically this variance. In this way, we can basically calculate the Rxy. Similarly, we can study the Pearson relation coefficient formula also. That is the different type of relation coefficient. That's why I have written this formula. That R is equal to n summation xy minus summation x minus summation y, and similarly this one. So what is that? N is basically what number of points pair of data, means that the values x and y, that will be same, right? That is different. What is xy? Xy is the sum of product of the pair data. Similarly, summation x is basically sum of, because data points are x and y also. So if I take some sigma x summation x, that is basically summation of data x. Similarly, summation y is sum of y data. Similarly, x square we can calculate, and y square is summation of all the addition of all the square points. Similarly, addition of all the y square points. In this way, we can calculate the Pearson correlation coefficient. The further article is basically least square fitting. That is interpolation basically. So least square method is basically the process of finding best fitting curve or line of best fit. Means this we have to find for a set of data points. How we are doing? By reducing the sum of squares of the offsets. Offset means distance by which something is out of line. In the next slide, you can easily understand that. This process is termed as regression analysis, or this method is curve fitting is an approach to regression analysis. And this method approximate the curve to give the raw data is the least scale. Next slide, this one will be, everything will be clear. Suppose that we have a 3 points like A, C, and E. A, C, and E. These are the data points given. Suppose that we draw any line in between these points, like this one. This line we have drawn. This is the offset data which we discussed earlier. Means perpendicular distance from A to line. We draw a scale here. Similarly, at the point E, this is the distance. Accordingly, we draw a scale here. Similarly, at point C also, we draw a scale also. What we do is, we will add all these scales, and we will set this line, move up and down the line in such a way so that area of these scales is minimum. This is basically least square fitting. Means least square. These are square fitting. Further in micro we will discuss these. Basically fitting is used for the purpose of search also. So wherever we want the least square fitting data, in this way we can do. we are discussing the, suppose that these are the points 3, 4, 2, 1 and 0, 1, and we have to fit the line yi, ba, b plus xi. So if wherever the points are given and if we further want interpolation of points, so we can do this way. First of all, bi is there, b, a, xi. We will multiply by summation. This one. So this will be summation yi. It will be bn. It will be summation. Sorry, summation xi a. In this way, further we will multiply by summation xi here. Xy means xy yi. This bn will be bn summation xi. Similarly, it will be a xi scale. So if you see the data 3, 4, 2, 1, 0, 1, summation xi will be, this is 3 plus 2 plus 0, 5. Summation y means 4 plus 1 plus 1 means 6. Similarly, summation xi square means 3 will be 9 and 2 will be 4, 0, 0, right? We add all with 13. Similarly, because we have a xy, xi, we have a xi also, xi square also, xy, xi also, and vi also. All terms are written here, and number of data points is 3. So accordingly, we will put these parameters in 1 and 2. Here we will put up. Then two questions that we have. We will try to solve these two questions. This one first one, this one first one, and second one. Right? And solving this, you will get A is equal to this one and B is equal to this one. Put the value of B and A here. What is B? Minus 2 by 9 plus 4 by 3 xi. In this way, entire curve is given, like the parabola, maybe some other data, so that we can do with the help of least scaling. In this way, we can do the least square fit, right? That is very important for the purpose of search also, for the studies also. Thank you.